Right, so you got the marking scheme. Please send me the incorrect ones. The people who don't have, send me the incorrects. So I'm shifting to the paper, right? So we are talking about 2008. And yeah, we got the paper right over here. Let me have some room. Right. So in the queue, the second one, which is being asked, is a very small computer that can be held in the palm of a person. Now, it's like this. Now, PC is not going to be, a personal computer is not going to be anyway the answer. Laptop, yes, we can handle it on our palm, but it is very risky to handle a laptop on the palm, right? And mini computers, like mini computers, we cannot handle mini computers on our palm. Like mini computers means server computers, right? Which we use to do the mainframe works kind of things, right? So like as if you can remember the categorization of these computers, we take it like supercomputers, then the mainframes, then the mini computers, then the microcomputers, right? So mini computers are something big which is configured as the server computers. So it is something, some big model of the system unit of ours, where we can see it on a personal computer, right? So in that case, PC is disqualified, laptop is disqualified, rather it is a little bit risky even though we can handle it. Mini computer is disqualified, so it is the PDA, right? So PDA stands for personal digital assistance. Like it's kind of a palm top, we call it. I think there are some palm tops in the market now. Earlier it was like, this was like an old technology, or like a forgotten technology due to this phones and all these things, right? But yeah, this is what you call a palm top, right? So PDA goes the same way. Right, so this is this kind of a one, right? So it is kind of a smart device, right? But not a smartphone. It was here before the smartphone, right? So it's kind of a palm top, right? So the answer is going to be the third one, right? Yeah, I can excuse you for that because we are not talking about the PDS for the moment. But just a second. Right. So the answer goes with the third one, right? And second, which of the following is not a pointing device? Now, pointing devices are like the what mouse is the famous pointing device, right? These are kind of an input devices, right? So light pen, joystick, trackballs, all three things are pointing devices. Light pen is just a pen, kind of a thing where we can write it on a particular surface. So it is working as the very same as the mouse pointer. Joystick, you know what is a joystick better than me, right? It is for games and for controlling. Again, it is being considered as a pointing device. A trackball again, I think you have seen some trackballs in the movies. I think in the textbook is also there is something called trackball, right? I'll show you a trackball, right? So this is this picture. This is kind of a trackball, right? So where we can control something very similar like the mouse, but gives more control than the mouse, right? So barcode reader is never a pointing device. It is a scanner, right? So the correct answer is going for the fourth one, barcode reader. So the fourth question, consider the following statement regarding storage media. A typical floppy disk has less storage capacity than a compact disk. Yeah, floppy disk has the capacity of 1.44 MBs, right? 1.44 megabytes, right? And compact disks, a CD, it's starting from 620 and go for 720 MBs. So a typical floppy disk has less storage capacity than the compact disk. So which is correct. A modern hard disk has more storage capacity than a compact disk. Yeah, like a modern hard disk, we have these things from terabytes, right? Terabytes, before that gigabytes, right? And compact disk, it has the storage capacity as the previous one. Something similar like this, right? So this is correct as well. A digital versatile disk, or in other words, DVD, has more storage capacity than a modern hard disk, which is not. DVD has its maximum capacity up to like almost 10 GB or like 9 GB, right? But modern hard disk, it is like 1 TB or like 500 GBs, something like that. So due to that, C is wrong. So it is only A and B, right? And yeah, someone has joined recently. Agra, can you send me the incorrect answers, Putta? Do you want the marking scheme to be shown, or like how's the situation, and who has joined recently? Who is that? Okay, Putta, we are discussing the 2018. Can you send me the answers? Like, if you got the past paper book, you can go for the answers, but if you don't have, just tell me, I'll show you the marking scheme. So you all can quickly correct that. Agra, what about the situation? Diniti, do you want the marking scheme or do you got the marking scheme with you?
Yes, sir. Can you show it, please?
Do you want me to show that?
Yes, sir.
All right, okay. Here you go. Agra, how about your situation?
Okay, sir. I took a screenshot.
Right, got it. Great. Agra? How about you? All right, great. So send me the incorrect questions as quickly as possible. Otherwise, I will miss the things, right? Right, okay. So moving to the questions. Right. So next, it is the seventh one that you are asking me to discuss. Yeah, so this is something deceiving, right? Most of you have went to the trees, I think. What is the topology of the computer network shown in figure question 7? Now, what is this? This is a bus topology. You have a main bus and you have branches. So this works as the bus topology. Then what do you call by the tree topology? Tree topology is something like this. Like it is a bus in the middle, and that particular bus contains a switches or hubs where it contains the devices, right? Like this, right? So this middle device is going to be a switch or a hub. So in other words, this is a star topology, right? This is a star topology. I'm sorry. Right? This is a star topology. And when star topology is connected with the bus, then it is called the tree topology, right? So don't get deceived. Like if you are given a particular diagram like this, so it is clearly it is having a backbone or a bus, and devices are directly connected to it, not as a star topology. So the answer is going to be the bus topology. Right? Got that? Okay, so the eighth one, in a personal computer, an alphabetic, numeric, or special character is represented by a byte. Right? Bit is the smallest unit. We can use byte to represent any particular character. Right? So the answer is going to be the third one. Okay, people, so far, is that clear? Any questions regarding this? Saran, you can't go for the bit Puta because bit is not not the unit to represent these alphabetic or numeric or special characters. So if you are going to think about a character, it is given from a byte using an 8-bit, right? Bit is known as the smallest unit of data, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that bit is going to be the one which is indicating a one single character, right? Not even nibble, right? Right. I'm just having this little, okay, let me seek about the nibble. Nibble, they were like referring to indicate a character. Hold on a minute. Nibble. No, not nibble. Yeah, no, can't go for the nibble, Seran. It is for like data communication kind of things they are using, but not to represent the characters, right? Okay. Then moving forward, the ninth one, the binary equivalent of the octal number 36.8. People, now these things are very easy ones, right? So don't, like, if you are still getting this wrong, so just see whether it is a careless mistake or like what kind of things, whether it is a careless mistake or whether you don't know how the things are going to happen, right? So they are just asking you to convert 36.8 into the binaries, right? So what we are going to do is we are going to write it by 3, like a 3-bit group, like, so these 3 bits contains the place value like 1, 2, and 4, right? So you can easily make this out. 3 means 0, 1, 1, right? Because using 2 and 1, we can create 3. To create 6, we can use 4 and 2. So it is 1, 1, 0, right? So altogether it represents 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. So this 0, the leading 0, can be omitted or can be disregarded, right? So from only this, we can illustrate the answer. So the third one is going to be the answer, right? Got it, people? People who got this wrong, have you got the correct answer? Yes. So learn the mistakes, people, right? Okay. So going to the next one, the 10th question. A megabyte contains, yeah, so I want you to remind how these bits and bytes are being related to each other, right? So the smallest unit, that is what we call 1 bit, right? So then this particular byte is equals to 8 bits, right? So then 1024 bytes are equals to 1 kilobyte, right? So 1024, we can write it 1024 as a 2 to the power. So it means 2 to the power 10 bytes. 2 to the power 10 means 1024, right? So 2 to the power 10 bytes is equal to 1 kilobyte. And again, 2 to the power 10 kilobytes, that means 1024 kilobytes equals to 1 megabyte, right? So 1 megabyte, 2 to the power 10 megabytes, that means 1024 megabytes are equals to 1 gigabytes, right? So then 2 to the power 10 gigabytes, that means 1024 gigabytes equals to 1 terabyte, right? So this is how the things behave, right? Bits and bytes behave. So bit is the smallest one. Byte has 8 bits. 2 to the power 10 bytes has 1 kilobyte. Then 2 to the power 10 kilobytes equal to 1 megabyte. 2 to the power 10 megabytes equal to 1 gigabyte. 2 to the power 10 gigabytes equal to 1 terabytes, right? So they are asking a megabyte contains. So definitely not 2 to the power 6 kilobytes, right? It is 2 to the power 10 kilobytes that we got, right? Okay, Diniti, I received yours. 15, 22, 23, 28, 33, 37, 38, and 39. Okay, okay. Right, not 2 to the power 6 kilobytes, definitely. And 10 to the power 6 bytes, no, that is not, like, because there is no 10 to the powers, only 2 to the powers is here. So this is going to be wrong, right? 2 to the power 20 bits and 2 to the power 20 bytes are there. So like, if you are thinking about how to go from byte to megabytes, right? So to check whether this is correct, so from byte, then kilobyte happens, then megabyte happens, right? So if you think about 1 megabyte is equals to 1024 kilobytes. That means 2 to the power 10 kilobytes. So this is equals to 2 to the power 10 kilobytes, right? So then if we can convert 2 to the power 10 kilobytes, then we can find what's the number of the bytes. So 1 megabyte means 2 to the power 10 kilobytes. So if we convert kilobytes into byte, 2 to the power 10 will be there as it is. I'm sorry. Right, 2 to the power 10 will be there as it is. So 1 kilobyte, once we convert it, 2 to the power 10 into 2 to the power 10 bytes. Right, so 1 megabyte, 2 to the power 10 kilobytes. 2 to the power 10 kilobyte means 2 to the power 10 into 1 kilobyte. So 1 kilobyte means another 2 to the power 10 in bytes. So this gives you 2 to the power 20 bytes. Right? Are you getting this, people? Right. Okay. Right. Great. Now, Minul, we have started the session. It's better you send me the incorrect question of the 2008 MCQ paper.
Okay.
Right. Okay. You got the marking scheme with you, right?
No, sir.
No. Hold on. Let me show you. Have a screenshot of this so you can have the.
Got it.
Right. Okay. Right. So that's how the answer 2 is going to be the qualified one for the 10th one, not the 4th one. So 4th one is going to be an incorrect one again. Right. So for 10, it is the second one is the answer. All right. Then 14th. Yeah. So we have done something very similar in the previous one as well. In case if you want to write this, the relationship in between bit and bytes, the red color things, I'll give you a minute to write it down. So copy it down if you want. Right. Yes, Binadi. Yeah, that's a very good calculation. In bits, it's going to be 2 to the power 23. Yes, Dua, that's correct. That's correct. Okay, right. Right. So the 14th one describes P equals 101 and Q equals 1010. Then what is P and Q? So earlier in the syllabus, we were teaching you how to do the addition using the binary base or like the base 2. But today we are like these days we are not in your syllabus. It is not. But you can still do this. You have to convert these into the decimal values, and then you do the addition and see what's going to be, right? So 101 is equals to what? I'm sorry, the whiteboard is messing up. Right, here we go. So 101 in binary is equals to what? If you think about the place values, this has 1, 2, and 4. That means this is 5 in 10 base, right? So then 1010, the base values are 1, 2, 4, 8. So that means 10 in 10 base. So once we add these up, so it is 15 in 10 base, right? So this is equals to what? 1111 in binary, right? And be very careful. Just don't go and put the answer as 1. Look to the other answers as well. So E16 is there. E represents what? 14 in hexadecimal. F16 is there. F is representing 15 again in hexadecimal. So both 1 and 3 is correct. So the correct answer should be the fourth one, not the first one, because there are 2 correct answers in the 14th question, right? So 15 means this is in binary and this is in hexadecimal, right? So sometimes the question can be that tricky, right? So you have to be very conscious. Okay, so moving forward, then the 15th, the 15th, it is actually out of syllabus one, people. So you don't need to worry about it. You can take the marks, right? These Boolean laws are not there, but just for your information, I'll tell you what it actually does. So truth table this is the truth table that they are referring to, right? So like 1 plus 0 equals 1. This should have a bar as well. Anyway, you can disregard this, right? Go through paper jeopardize. Okay, I didn't see that. Right, so the truth table is A. There is a column called A and there is a column called A bar. A ke bar එක තමයි මේ මෙතනට ඉතිරි වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. Right, there is a column called A and there is a column called A bar, and the output is 1 always. Right, so that means 1 plus 0 gives you 1 and 0 plus 1 gives you 1 again. Right, so that means A is added with the A bar. Always the answer is 1. මොකද මෙයා 0 වෙනකොට මෙයා 1. So මෙතන එකතු කරාම උත්තරේ 1. A 1 වෙනකොට මෙයා 0. Once they add together, it is 1 again. Right? But again, this is about the Boolean algebraic rules, which is not in your syllabus now. Right? So it doesn't matter. You gave it up. Right? So take the marks for the 15th. And in 16th, the question is not a little bit clear, right? They're asking which of the following circuit indicates the construction of a NAND gate. NAND logic gate by using the above logic gates. Above logic gates, right? So it is easy. It's the third one. When we fix the NOT gate to the output of an AND gate, we get an AND gate. Right, so the 16th, third one is the answer. You haven't asked about it, but why I was telling it, since because the question is a little bit mixed up with the previous one, right? So then the 17th, which of the following digital logic gate can be used to characterize the operation of the electrical circuit shown in figure 17? Now, they are talking about lighting up a lamp, right? මේකට fix වෙන gate එක මොකක්ද කියලා අහන්න. Right? So if you now lamp is controlled by 2 switches called S1 and S2. Right? So how the connection is going to go? When S1 is on and S2 is off, lamp is not going to light, right? Not light up. If S1 is off, S2 is on, again, this is not lighting up. When both are off, it is not lighting up. When both are on, this will light up. Right? Now, regarding a switch, if you think about on as 1, off as 0. So you can map this gate into something like this. So S1, S2, and L. So I take the third combination first, which indicates 0, 0, off and off, then off and on, then on and off, then on and on, both the things. So the light will light up only in this scenario, off in all other cases. So this truth table belongs to what? Belongs to the AND gate, right? So we have to go with the answer number 3. People, is that clear?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Then the 18th one. People, if you still got any problems regarding the things that we are discussing, please ask, right? It is the only way that you can figure out the things, right? Okay, so the 18th one, 18th, oh, I'm very sorry, people, this paper is a little bit messing up with you. Loading the operating system into the memory, it should be into the memory of a personal computer, is known as loading the operating system into the memory of a personal computer. So operating system resides in the hard disk. Once we booting up the computer, then that particular operating system will be loaded onto the main memory, right? So this is called the boot-in process, right? That is called the boot-in process, the 4th one. Saran, 15th question, I told you it is out of syllabus. So it should be the first one, A plus A bar equals 1. Right? So you can take marks for the 15th. And for the 18th, it is called the boot-in process, right? So only during the boot-in process where the operating system is loading onto the memory, right? So the 19th, in the word processing, which one of the following symbol indicating the aligning of text on both left and right margins of the document? So aligning the left and right margins together, like at the same time, it is the justified one. So which is the 4th, can be taken as your answer, right? So the 4th one is going to be the answer. And the 20th, a note of text placed at the bottom of the page of a document that usually cites a reference for part of the main body of text is known as, right? So this is a little bit out of your syllabus, right? But it's good to know they are talking about the footnotes, right? So this is out, it is not in your syllabus, but it's better you දැනන් හිතට කමක් නැහැ. Header footers ගැන අපි දන්න නිසා. But they are saying is a note of text placed at the bottom. You may have find these things when you are reading some books, right? So at the bottom of the page, like when you are reading some particular passage, there will be a particular place where a particular difficult word is mentioned in the paragraph. with a star, right? Then that star is described at the bottom of the page, which we call footnotes. And it is page specific. Page එකේ අමාරු වචනයක් හම්බුනොත් තමයි එහෙම describe කරන්නේ. So that particular thing cannot be considered as a footer. Footer is going to repeat in each and every page, right? Yeah, right. So footer is going to repeat. That is the only problem, that we cannot say footer to this answer, right? So it's going to be the footnote, which is the fourth one. And again, it is out of syllabus, so don't worry about it. You can take the marks, but it's better you know. Right? මොකද ඒක footer එකට ළඟයි. So then again in, right? Okay, people. So up to 20. Any other questions to be discussed other than this? Is it clear? Right. Okay. All right. We are going to the 22nd. That is the next question that you asked me to discuss. 22nd, an owner of a bookshop. Yes, Buddha.
Sir, for the fifth question, isn't it the third answer?
Fifth question. Hold on. After reading an article on digital image which has been published on the school's wallpaper, a student wants to verify the following statement with his teacher. A digital image consists of a large number of picture elements called pixels. Yeah, that is correct, Menol. And to store a digital image containing more colors or more pixels, you need more computer memory. Yeah, definitely, like increasing the number of pixels.
Is it memory, or memory means?
Memory means the storage kind of things here, what they're saying is, right? So if
I thought it meant that.
yeah, like it can be argued in both the ways, you know, like when you are loading it to the computer memory, the main memory, like it consumes like more memory inside the random access memory, as well as when we are like storing it, again happens the same thing. So because it's the capacity now which is being loaded, so it's like calling it as memory or storage, both can be taken as a correct one. Got it, Minu?
Okay.
Right. Okay, so we were in the 22nd. Yeah. An owner of the bookshop store the details of the books in a database for easy reference. A table in this database has a field name price, which contains the price of each book. In which order should be sort the table using price to organize the data from the most expensive to the cheapest? Now it's easy. They are asking how to, like in which order that you need to sort to have the most expensive book at the top. So like that means the highest value will be at the top. So you are going to order it into the descending order, right? Which is the second one, right? If you sort it into the ascending order, the cheapest value will be at the top, or the lowest value will be at the top, right? So it's the descending order, the second one. 23rd, 23rd, another out of syllabus one, people. So please, you can have marks for that. Don't think about it. There are some, earlier there was these kind of things like talking about true and false values. Right here, they are not going to. Right, and then 25th, yeah. When answering a paper, a student spent 10 minutes to read it and plan the answers, 40 minutes to write the answers, and 10 minutes to check the answers. The best way to represent graphically the time taken for each activity as a percentage of total time is used. If we are going to show a percentage, the best chart that you can take is the pie chart, right? because line, column, scatter things, they are not allowing you to show the percentages, right? Pie chart is the place where you can see the percentages, or where you can like maintain a particular chart to have the percentages, right? So because of that, 25th, you can take first one as the answer, right? Line, column, XY scatter, it's good to show a series of data, right? A one specific column data is always referring to a pie chart or some data like this. All right, so 25th is like that. 26th, if n is an integer value, integer variable, the following code do while, yeah. So now I know the do while is not in your syllabus, right? We only went with while loop, right? So like, even though this is a do while loop, there is no difference in between while and do while thing, right? So it is like if I cut down this do, and instead of this loop, I can use end while, then it's going to do the same thing, right? So it is asking if n is an integer variable, the following code executes how many times, whenever begins, whenever ends, right? So let's hand trace it and see, right? So if n is 10, so we have a variable called n over here as 10. So it says while n larger than or equal 5. So n is larger than 5, which is 10. N equals n minus 1, right? So it is asking if n is integer variable, the following code executes how many times. So this is going to be the first execution. So after the first execution, n's value is going to become 9, right? Once it is happened, the first execution completes. So it goes up and checks again whether n is larger than 5. It is. Then n is reduced by 1 again. It will become 8. That is the second execution. Then again goes up and checks whether n is larger than 5 years. So it will become 7. So this is the third execution. So then checks again, still n is larger than 5. So 7 will become 6. This is the fourth execution. So still this is true. Then goes again and reduce n by 1. So it is 5. This is the fifth execution. So then it goes to the top again. N is not larger than 5, but it is equals to 5. It says larger than or equal in the condition. So it reduces again. So 5 become 4. So this is the sixth execution time, right? Then it goes and check the condition is false now. So it's going to end. So the correct answer should be execute 6 times, right? So I can excuse you for the do while part and with this loop keyword, but it happens like this, right? What I need you to have is learn the concept, or like learn how the hand tracing should go on, right? Okay, everyone, have you got the point? How it happens? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Right, okay, great. Right, moving to the 27th. A particular field of a table that uniquely identify a record is, we call it the, hold on, they said key field and primary field to both things. Neither. That is not a very good way of proposing the things. A particular field of a table that uniquely identify a record is called the primary key field, right? What is the answer for the 27th? 27th? Oh, there goes with the first one. It is not a very good answer, people. Yeah. Yes, Saran, yeah. We generally say primary key field, right? Or key field. Yeah, anyway, doesn't matter. You'll take the marks for the first and the fourth, but it's better you learn the correct word, which is called primary key, right? So key field, I'll go through it and tell it to you whether it is referring as the key field as well. But for the moment, you can take marks for the first and the fourth both, right? Okay, so 28th. Consider the following three statements, A, B, and C. Installing a new version of software in a computer is an example of uploading. Installing a new version of software in a computer is an example for uploading. No, uploading is not something like that. Uploading is something that we are doing with the internet, right? So we are uploading something to the cloud or to the internet. That is what we call uploading, right? So for that reason, this can be taken as an incorrect one. Submitting a video file to a web server is an example of uploading. Yes, it will, right? So like whenever you are uploading something, it means you are submitting something to the web page, right? So this, of course, can be taken as a correct one. A client computer receiving an audio file from a web server is an example of downloading. It is. Like don't get downloading word in an incorrect manner. It is only about saving something from a web page to your computer. It is one kind of a downloading, right? Even when things are loading onto your web browser is also a category of downloading, right? Because these web pages are somewhere in another computer, which we call the web server, right? So when you are opening that web page on your computer, that means from that computer in somewhere else, this internet connection have received the data and downloading it to your web browser. It is not saving on our computer, but it actually downloads onto your web browser, right? Which we call loading, right? So we can take part C as the correct one as well, right? So the answer can be taken as B and C only, right? So are they, oh, sorry, they're asking for the fails one. I'm sorry. So then the A only, right? Which of the following is false? So the first one, right? So have that idea. What do you mean by the downloading? 29th, which of the following relationship is correct regarding the contents in column X and Y of the table shown in table question 29? Syntax error, logic errors. Yeah, syntax errors. Yeah, it's better you know about these, right? Methoding learn karak kamak naha, right? And wrong keyword. Yeah. Syntax errors goes with the wrong keywords. And logic errors, yeah, it should goes with the unexpected result, right? And the problem is wrong punctuation. Now it's like this punctuation again. It's about these colons and full stops and all these things, right? If you think about the Pascal, wrong punctuation can also give you a syntax error, right? So A can go with P and Q both, right? But here in the answers, it says A with P and R. So A is not going to go with P and R. A with Q and R, not again. B with R is the one which is most suitable answer here. 29th, what should be the answer? What is the answer? 29th is the fourth one, yeah. Right, so when it comes to the programming people, there are these two types of errors. Syntax errors are the things that you are doing in the coding, the The major errors means like the errors of the language, right? So when it comes to the Pascal, if you are trying to initialize a variable without a var keyword, so it's going to be a problem. If you forgot begin and end, it's going to be a problem. Suhara, slowly, right? And if you miss yes, Susu. No, Susu. It is very right, you can't swim in the evening, Susu. Right, so if you miss a keyword, if you mistype a keyword, or if you like mistype any particular if you goes with any particular structure using in an incorrect manner, if else එක පාවිච්චි කරනකොට else එක මුලින් පාවිච්චි කරලා if එක පස්සේ පාවිච්චි කරනවා, all these things can be considered as what we call the syntax errors, right? Then wrong punctuation, according to the Pascal, again it's going to give you a syntax errors, right? So we know like there should be a dot of some places, there should be some brackets, right? So those kind of things can be there. So it can also be taken as a syntax errors according to the Pascal, right? Logical errors means like you are not finding any errors or syntax errors rather, but like as an example, if you create a program to add two numbers together, so you give 2 and 3 as the input, output gives you as 6. So it is not the expected result. When 2 and 3 is provided, 5 should be the answer for the addition program, right? But if you are receiving not something equals to 5, that means there is a logical error, right? So the most suitable one can be taken as the fourth one, right? B with R. Okay, then moving to the 30th, the logical structure of flowchart given in the figure question 30 shows a sequence, a simple selection, both sequence and simple selection, and iteration. Let me see, what is this? Yes, what is this? You can figure this out by a flow, by the flow, right? It flows over here. If you think about the flows, it can goes on this particular path, or else it can go on this particular path, right? So as you can see, due to this condition, the paths are being divided into two paths, and again over here, they met each other again, right? So due to the condition, it divides, then again it comes together. So this nature is given by a selection, right? So there is a simple selection, as well as if you consider about these two things, these are called sequence as well. So the better answer would be a sequence and a simple selection, right? So the answer is going to be the third one. How we can recognize an iteration? Iteration will show you a particular thing happens again and again when you seek the particular flow chart, right? So this is an iterative structure, right? මෙතන නැවත නැවත සිද්ධ වෙන්න පුළුවන් දෙයක් සිද්ධ වෙන්නේ. Selection, it's not like that. They just deviate the path, then comes together. Here in an iteration, they never meet each other. These two paths never meet each others, right? Meya ears, meya no කියලා හිතුවොත්. So ears path, it do the iteration, and once the iteration is done, then it goes on the no path. Ears and no path are not going to meet each other again, right? So the correct answer is both sequence and simple selection. So for the 30th, it's a third one is the answer. Okay, the 31st, the following is a brief description of system that provides the motorist with information on condition of a motorway. The system collects raw data such as speed. Are they asking about the, no, about the system? Okay. These real-time systems, offline system, batch processing, automated systems are now not in your syllabus, right? It was there earlier with the system lesson. Nowadays, they are not. So you can omit these people. So don't worry about it. So take it as an out of syllabus, right? 31, you can have the marks. And in 32nd, it is asking upgrading software, improving performance, introducing major changes, correcting minor faults. They're asking system maintenance does not involve. Upgrading software, yeah, can be happen, right? So this can be happen in the maintenance. Improving performance, yeah, that can also, that can be done. Correcting minor faults, yeah, fourth one can also be done, but introducing major changes cannot be done in the maintenance phase, right? It's a new thing to happen, right? So for that is why for 32nd, third one is going to be the answer, because major changes means it's something major. Can I have what? What papers? Suhara, it's only a one file cover. Tati need those. Please don't take it. Hold on. I'll give it to you. Okay, keep it there. Take it. Okay, that's the last one, right? Right. So the 33rd, World Wide Web can be best described as another name for the internet. No, World Wide Web is one of the service inside the internet. So it is not another name for the internet. It is wrong. Internet consists of many different services. World Wide Web or WWW is one of those. Yeah. I'm getting Seran for 30-second first one. 30-second first one. No, upgrading software. No, Seran, upgrading means like you will be receiving something new regarding that software. So it's clearly on the maintenance part, Seran, because when you are installing the software or like when you are deploying the software in the particular client area or in the company, that upgrading is not there. So later, some upgrades will be arrived. So that upgradation should be done to the software that they are using. So it is clearly regarding the maintenance part to them. Right? No, Seran, major changes cannot be taken as a maintenance one. Major change එකක් කියලා කියන්නේ හරියට අපි අලුතෙන්ම system component එකක් හදනවා වගේ දෙයක්. Right? It's a big thing. ඒක major changes. Minor changes, it is possible. Right? But major changes, again, you have to go through the system development lifecycle process. So if you are going to do a major change, you have to investigate it. You have to have a new design regarding that major change. Then you have to develop, then you have to test, then you have to deploy it. It's another kind of a system development. Got it, Saran? Which cannot be considered as a maintenance part, right? Minor changes, it is. Okay, right. So for the 33rd, first one is wrong. World Wide Web is just a service of a one particular, the famous service of the internet. Other than that, internet has the services like FTP, email, right? Remote access, right? There are many kinds of things, right? Instance messaging, right? There are many, right? So because of that, first one can be taken as a wrong one. A worldwide computer network. Now that, of course, something seems to be correct. Let's keep it with a question mark. A system of interlinked hypertext document hold on, a system of interlinked hypertext document accessed through the internet. Yeah, now, of course, that is a very good answer regarding the World Wide Web, because when you are creating a web, you need hypertext markup language. That means hypertext document will be created and they are interlinked with each other, right? And they are accessed through the internet, right? So third one should be a most suitable one, right? When it comes to the second, worldwide computer network, now that actually it is something partially explaining, and again it is something more closer to the internet, because we describe internet as a network of networks, right? So third one gives you the most suitable one. The fourth one, a large repository of electronic document. No, it is not, right? Like it is not the definition regarding the World Wide Web, right? So the 33rd, you can take third one as the answer, right? Okay, people, is it clear so far?
Yes, sir.
Right, okay. All right, moving to the 33rd. I'm sorry, from 33rd, it's 34th. Vinita borrows a book from her teacher, Miss Maheshika, to read during the weekends. When she opened the book at the home, she finds a piece of paper. Inside the book contains the following notes: type of internet connection, dial-up, date of connection, this particular thing, username this, and password is this. She understands that it should be the details of her teacher's internet connection. Which one of the following best describe her behavior to be ethical? Right? Returns the book as if she did not take any notice of it. No, it is not ethical. It is unethical, actually. So what should we do is, like, we have to inform her that I have seen your username and the password, specifically the password. So it's better you change it, right? Because I know about your password now, right? Inform immediately about the incident and say sorry for it. Yeah, that seems to be very correct. Inform immediately about the incident and remind her to change the password. That will be a much polite one, right? So this is good and this is better. Use the above detail to test the connection and then inform the teacher about the incident. No, you are not going to do that because it is violating of privacy, right? So the most suitable answer is going to be the third, right? So for 34th, yeah, they have taken the third one. Yeah, much better answer is the third one, right? So not the 35th that you have asked me to describe. So the 36th. In 36th, a relation to email. Yeah, reply in the subject box stand for. Yes, now that is, hold on, they ask it is in relation to email. RE in the subject box stands for, that's for reply, right? So 36, it's the second one, clearly. RE stands for the reply. Now, that of course, I think we haven't talked about something like this, but I'll show you, right? When I'm having a particular email, and if I'm going to reply this particular email, right? So it is not specifying which kind of a thing that I'm going to go so, right? But this is kind of a reply. It is indicated by this particular icon. And you can see at the top over here, it says RE double dot. So that is my reply regarding this particular email, right? Which is a much technical one. It was not in your lesson, but it's good to know, right? I'll give you marks for that because it is not being discussed in the book, but it's good to know, right? So it's like this. When you are doing the papers, there are some parts that you need to learn from the papers as well, right? It's a paper nature, right? Okay, moving to the 37th. A sequential file organization is most suitable for a or an, right? So what are the things there? airline seat reservation system, payroll system, library system, a directory inquiry system, a sequential file organization. Now, sequential file organization means like keeping the data one after the other, right? So a sequential file organization is more suitable for an airline seat reservation system. We can, now it's like this. If it is a sequential file organization, as I told you, we are going to refer the things one after the other. Airline seat reservation system, we can reserve the seats here and there. That means randomly. It is not sequentially reserved, right? Anyone can call and reserve a seat with the available ones, right? And payroll system, it is actually something regarding sequential files, because in a payroll system, we just record the things day by day, the attendance, absence, overtimes, and all these things, one day after another, right? Much suitable for a sequential file organization. Library system, again, you can, inside the library system, you can like refer any kind of book ad hocly, right? Or like randomly, right? When you have a bunch of database or like bunch of ebooks on your library system, you can randomly choose a one, right? Not sequentially. Directory inquiry system, you may not have any idea about it, right? So directory inquiry system, so it is like when it comes to these the telephone number kind of services or like advertisement kind of services, those are called directory inquiry systems, right? So those things, again, you can refer it randomly, right? What telephone number refer, you can just search by the keywords randomly, right? So for 37, much suitable answer is 2. And again, I'll give you the value, the marks for those, because this sequential file organization, those things are now not in your syllabus, right? All right, so the 38, which of the following allows you to insert a comment in HTML document? Now that is something you should know. This is the one which allows you to put a comment. Now in HTML comment, you can use angle bracket and exclamation mark and 2 hyphens to start a comment. Then you can write these things. Then you can end your comment, 2 hyphens and an angle bracket. Right? So these 2 indicates the start of the comment. And this is the end of the comment. Right? So it is the way that we can recognize or like the illustrate a particular comment. The main part of an HTML documents are, now there are like different kinds of things. Yes, what we can go for is like HTML. Of course, it is defining what is an HTML document, but it doesn't describe what are the main parts. So the main part is the head and the body. Head defines by the head tags, body defined by the body tags. So inside the head tags, you can find the title tags and all these things. Inside the body tags, in between the body tags, you can find all other tags that you have. So it should be head and body. 39 is the third one, right? And in the 40th, it says a student writes the following 3 statements regarding high-level language in a class assignment and submit it to the teacher. A high-level language is a computer language that is easily understood by human. Yeah, Pascal is a high-level language, so we can understand it clearly. So it needs to be translated into ones and zeros to be executed inside the computer, right? So that is why translators are there, like compilers and interpreters, right? it needs no translation to machine language. Now that is an incorrect one. It needs to be translated because human readable language cannot be understood by the machine, right? Machine understands ones and zeros. So that is why translators are translating high-level languages into machine language, right? So both high-level languages and the assembly language should be converted into the machine language, right? An example of high-level language is Java. Yeah, that is very right, because low-level languages are considered to be the machine language plus assembly language. Only two languages are there as the low-level languages, like machine language and the assembly language. Other than that, all other programming languages are considered as high-level languages. Right, so only two are considered as low-level languages, and from those two, machine language does not need any translation. Assembly language need a translation using the assembler, right? So it says the teacher cuts that part is easily understood by human in A and right resembles human languages. She deletes B completely and leaves C unchanged. Which one of the following statement describes an invalid reason for the teacher's action? Okay, there is something to think. The teacher cuts that part easily understood by human. So that means she's cutting this off. And it says resembles. Okay, now resembles human language. That means something equal, right? So when it comes to the resembles, let me see the exact here, singular meaning for that. Resembles. It says something very similar. Is it so? Resemble. Yeah. Resembles. It's going to be a problem because high-level language is a computer language that resembles human language. It's not going to resemble. It is not very equal. No, it has its terminology, and language to language it is different. It can be easily understood. So resembling is not a good thing to do, right? This is not a good thing to do. She deletes B. So yeah, she can delete B because it needs no translation to machine language. It is an incorrect one. So because of that, she can take it out and leave C unchanged. Yeah. Which of the following statement describes an invalid reason for the teacher's action? The teacher deletes the part mentioned above in A because it is incorrect. Okay, the teacher writes resemble human language because it is more suitable. The teacher deletes B completely because it is incorrect. The teacher ignores C because it is correct. Which of the following statement describes an invalid reason? Invalid reason. So then, yeah, the teacher deletes the part mentioned above A because it is incorrect. It is not incorrect. The teacher writes resemble human language is more suitable. Yeah, what was the answer for the 40th people? Excuse me. Okay, they have taken it as 1. Yeah, it is not been cut down as an incorrect one. And again, what she has written is not really good for that as well. Resembles human language. I don't think that is a very good answer, right? But anyway, they have taken first one as the answer, but I think the easily understood by human is much suitable than the resembles human language, right? Samanai kinot වැඩිය easily understood, resembles, easily understood, resemble. Yeah, we can argue it on this manner if you want. Again, be programmer කියන square එකකින් එළියට ගිහිල්ලා හිතුවොත් මුකුත්ම දන්නේ නැති කෙනෙක් කියලා හිතුවොත් එයාට දුන්නයින් පස්සේ then he will not understand it. Yeah, he will see, okay, there are some English words that I'm using in day to day, like if, write, read, kinds of things. Yeah, in that aspect, we can take second one as a correct one. But first one saying that she is cut that down because it is incorrect. No, it is not because it is incorrect, right? That she has cut it down. So yes, first one can be taken as a more suitable answer. Yeah. Yes, Saran, yes, comes with that argument, yes. So you can take it as one, yeah. All right, so people, that is sum up the 40 questions in here, right? Yeah, Saran, it is not in your syllabus in the 38th one, but it's better you know. මොකද අපි මොනවාද web authoring tools පාවිච්චි කරනකොට we have found those kind of things, right? So it's better you know, right? Okay, so send me the final marks out of 40. You can take out of syllabus one are the correct ones, right? So let me have the marks, people. Onetra, good, very good. Minul, very good. Saran, very good. Diniti, right, you are there, right? තව චුට්ටක් වැඩි කරගන්න. එතකොට හරියටම හරි. Mesanda, very good. How about others? Virati, very good. Viviti, sorry, very good. Like just the other, right? So have like pass the limit 35, right? Then you will be like have a comfortable right for a, right? Himidiri, yeah, that's a good mark, right? Keep it up. Right, how about others? Dulagi, okay, that's a good mark. Binadi, yeah, have some more dua. It's a good mark. Have some more. Pass the 35th one. I'm asking all of you to have the 40th, but I know with the examination with the paper, which is possible, but it is hard to go for that point. But it's better you plan to go for the 40th. So then you will be having something more than 35, right? So it will be an easy ride then, right? Okay, others, I think have you all respond me? Yes, there are some more. Okay, so send me the marks, people. So I'm going to end the session from this point, right? So by next week, I'm going to talk about the second part of the 2008, right? So get ready and get ready with the 2009 paper as well. If we got a chance to move to that, we will be able to like see about your incorrect questions in the 2009 as well, right? So for this week, do the 2009 paper, right? First do the 2008 second part, then 2009 paper, right? Totally. So keep doing on like that, right? Okay, people. So thank you very much for today. I'm going to end the session from here, right? I'll see you on next week with the second part of the 2008. Yeah,
Yes,
Dulagi, I'll send you the 2009 as well. Right, Dua, no problem. Okay, everyone, have a very nice weekend and keep whatever you keep doing, right?
Thank you, sir.
Right,
The
okay,
next week
people.
it will
Okay,
be
thank you very
paper
much.
two.
Right,
Thank you, sir.
okay, right, okay.
Thank you, sir.
Right, Saran, thank you.
So for next week, it would be paper two, right?
Yeah, paper 2 in 2008, right?
Thank you, Sebastian.
Okay, Minal, okay.